Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Tepidino Insurance, and I'm here today waiting on a customer to get to their business because I have an appointment, and I figured I'd just shoot a quick video here and talk about commercial insurance and business insurance. Now, if you own a business, you run a business, you're thinking about starting a business, you have to have obviously something to offer, and you have to have insurance. Now, if you're going to have employees, you also have to have workman's comp insurance. Insurance is one of those things when it comes to a business. Most owners really just kind of go for price. They don't really know what they're shopping for, right? Especially when it comes to contractors. Now, there are hundreds and hundreds of contractors in your area. You'd be surprised how many there actually are. Now, most contractors, and that's kind of what I'm going to focus on today, is a contractor. Because right now it's springtime, everybody's starting to think about getting some renovations done to their home. They're starting to think about maybe putting in that deck, maybe redoing that kitchen, doing the yard, that kind of stuff, making some changes to the landscaping. When you hire a contractor, you want to make sure that they're insured. Now, as a business owner, as the contractor, you want to make sure that you have insurance because you want to, one, get those jobs, two, you want to protect yourself in the event that something does happen, and three, you don't want to spend a ton of money, right? So the best thing to do is to shop around for your insurance. If you are just getting out there, just starting, the best place to go is to look to whoever writes your car insurance, okay? Now, from the contractor end of things, from the insured end of things, there's a couple of policies if you're a contractor that you need to worry about, okay? You have the general liability, which is very important. That protects you if you hurt somebody on the job or somebody gets hurt by something that you do on the job. You also want to... if you have employees and they're not subcontractors, like you actually pay them every week or every month, then you need to have workman's comp insurance. The third type of insurance that you need is if you have a pickup truck, a dump truck, maybe a work truck or something of those lines, you're going to need commercial auto insurance, okay? Your personal auto policy would not cover you. There's the risk of them turning around and saying, listen, you got into an accident, you're using your pickup truck for work, and we're not going to cover it. Does it always happen that way? Sometimes not, sometimes it does, but why would you run the risk, okay? And in most cases, the commercial auto policy for your pickup truck or your work truck or your work vehicles would probably be cheaper than a personal auto policy, and it goes for a year, so you don't have to worry about those every 6-month premium increases, okay? Now, talk to your agent. If you're not sure, hey, I'm always available, my staff's always available. Message me, inbox me, give me a call at the office. We're happy to talk to you guys and see what we can help you with, okay? Now, workman's comp insurance, if you're just starting out, generally it's based off of payroll. So, if you quote workman's comp one way and you quote it exactly the same way with everybody that you talk to, prices are going to be the same. It's one of those things where the price is the price, and it's based off your payroll and your accounting, your bookkeeping, okay? So there's not much wiggle room when it comes to workman's comp. Just need to make sure that you're rated correctly, and if your insurance agent is knowledgeable, they'll know exactly how to do that. Again, if you're not sure, if you think you're being rated differently or wrong, message me. Have you send me over your deck page? I'll take a look at your information. Okay, inbox me here on social media. You can also email me or give me a call. General liability is I think one of the more important policies that you'll have out of the three. This will protect you if somebody gets hurt in a job site or somebody gets hurt by something that you did. Generally, you need to have this as well, actually, to get your contractor's license with most states. Generally, the coverages are between $500,000 and $1 million. My office, my agency, we try to do the customers a service, and we will quote you the $1 million, $2 million. There is one level higher or two levels higher, but the $1 million, $2 million seems to be the general coverage amounts in this day and age that everybody seems to be getting. Now, that will provide you with $1 million in coverage per accident, with a maximum of $2 million in claims or payouts per year. Okay, so if you have, you could have $100,000 claims really, and you'll be fine. I mean, they'll probably drop you because you have a lot of claims, and maybe you should work safer. But that gives you an idea. Okay. Now, there's also some additional coverages that may be included in your policy, depending on the carrier they get written with. Excuse me. If you have a standard market carrier, A lot of times they'll give you what's called a commercial package, and that'll cover general liability, maybe some tool coverage, some after action coverage, stuff like that. It's very important that you ask your agent when you get your policy what is covered. Okay, most insurance agents will go ahead and write a policy for you, just tell you it's $1 million, $2 million coverage, and just let you walk out the door. It's very important to make sure you know what you're buying. Okay, our agency, we have a number of different. We have the surplus lines policies for the harder to place risks, like roofing and GCs and stuff like that. But if you're just your artisan contractor, carpenter, handyman, stuff like that, we have policies with standard market carriers that run between $850 and $1,200 per year. Gives you the $1 million, $2 million coverage, gives you the tool coverage, backup coverages, tons of stuff. Okay, now some cases you might be a little bit larger than the smaller contractor. You might be maybe a general contractor. Now there's specific coverages that you need to have and need to understand on how your insurance policies cover you. Most insurance agents think that a general contractor's policy will cover them for a lot more than it really does, and it doesn't. You really have to read into the meat and potatoes of the policy to really understand what it does cover. And a lot of agents don't. They just say, oh, it covers general contractor. You're a general contractor, here's a policy for a general contractor, here you go. We've come to find that depending on the company and the carrier, you may need an additional policy, especially if you are performing contractor operations, like if you're actually going to be doing some of the physical work on the site, on the jobs. There is additional policy that you will need to get, or an additional floater that you'll need to get onto your policy. There have been at least 4 or 5 contractors that I've come across where they subcontract their work out to other people, and they also do some of the finished work and stuff like that themselves. The policy that they have, after we read through it, and then we read through it together with the client, come to find out that policy they bought from the other agency did not cover the actions that he was performing himself. So we had to we moved him over to our agency, we put him with another company, we were able to get him the coverage that he needs to protect him for the work that he does himself. Okay, now other things you have to keep in mind, especially if you're a general contractor, or if you sub work down to someone else, you need to make sure that you get a copy of their insurance certificate, and you need to be listed as additional insured. These are things that we talk to our clients about all the time. You want to make sure that anything that your contractor does for you is covered, that you're covered under their policy for the work that they've done as well, because you don't want it to flow upstream, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's a lot of things to think about when it comes to general contractors insurance, or even landscapers insurance. Some policies, people get policies. I have guys that come in all the time, they want a policy for landscaping. Most insurance agencies will just write them a contractor, artisan, landscaper policy. However, that policy doesn't cover fertilizers, applications, transports, any of that stuff. And then on the commercial auto side of things, you have to make sure that you have the right classifications for transporting the fertilizers to and from the job sites. So, long story short, if you're not sure what you have, or you want a second opinion, or somebody to review your insurance policy for a contractor, artisan business, even a brick and mortar business, inbox me. Give me a call, message me on social media here, put a comment below. I'll get in touch with you. Look over your policy for you, let you know what you have, what you need, and if your policy is great, I'll tell you, hey, you're great where you're at, stay where you're at. But if you need anything, let me know. You can also talk to your own agent, ask them, hey, what do you think? Do I need this? Do I need that? And if you're still not sure and you want a second opinion still, message me. I'll either do it myself, or I'll get one of my staff to work on it for you. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Think about your insurance. Make sure you have the proper protection for you. Talk to you soon.